ones. I saw the trailer for this a few months ago, and it looked not the type of movie that I would like. It looked very slow and in the desert. I don't like movies in the desert usually. I don't know why. It's just one of those settings that I just don't do it. And it's marketed as a sci-fi western, and I was not having that. So, but I saw Michael Shannon, who is absolutely fantastic in everything he's in. Elle Fanning, she's so interesting to me. And Nicholas Hoult, who I love from Skins from years ago. And he was great in Warm Bodies and a bunch of other stuff. So I said, hey, let's give it a shot. And I'm so glad I watched it because I absolutely loved it. It's one of those movies, it was very slow. I don't even know how to explain it because it's only an hour and 40. I believe it was. No, it was an hour and 30 actually. And it feels like a lot more. It feels very dense. It feels slow at times, but it feels fast at times. And it's like it has so much story in it. Even though not much actually happened. The brief story is these people live in the future where water is running short. So basically everyone has moved to the big cities where they can get water, and there's this family of farmers that decides to stay and take care of their land, which is dead because of the water, but the father is convinced that if he can just get some water, the land will be productive again. So it's this whole struggle of this family trying to get water, but then it becomes so much more than that. It sounds boring as shit, but it's not at all. It's not boring at all. And I was actually concerned for the first couple of minutes, like, did I get myself into some family drama that I'm not gonna enjoy? But no, it was so much more than that. The acting was incredible, the writing was incredible, and the style, it was so pretty, and it was so... There was one thing I didn't like, I believe it was only one shot, and it really took me out, and I freaked out when I saw it. But there's this moment where Michael Shannon is going through the mountains, and he is looking for Nicholas Hoult. And he has a backpack, and he's going up the mountains, and there was, I want to say, I don't want to really spoil it, but there's a struggle there, and he sort of turns around, and it was very clearly Handycam, but it was shaking so much, and it seems like that wasn't on purpose. It seems like someone just forgot to edit it properly. It felt really bizarre. It was just one moment. It felt like a bad documentary. It felt like a bad documentary on National Geographic or something. It was really bizarre, and that took me out for a second. I feel like that was a goof, like someone forgot to fix that shot. Other than that, everything looked fantastic, except for the lens flares. Again, why do we have lens flares if we're not in Star Trek? I feel like that should be just Star Trek a thing, and that's it. I don't want lens flares anywhere else. I'm done with this. And I love the sci-fi of it, though. There's this little robot that actually, I don't know why, but it made me, I got attached to it. It's just a machine that doesn't even look like anything. It has legs that walks around, and you can put things in it so that it helps you carry them across the mountain. These people don't have cars, they don't have things to transport water bottles and supplies and things like that, so they need this machine. And I love the role that the machine plays in the movie because I didn't expect it. It made it so much more sci-fi, I guess. I'm not really into sci-fi movies, robots and space and things like that. I'm into specific movies that have sci-fi elements, and this one was one of them. And I loved it. I really can't say too much about it because I don't want to spoil the story. It's so fantastic. Nicholas Hoult was incredible in that role. It's so great to see, and it was a very interesting role. And the kid, I did not remember his name, and I'm so sorry, but he played Elle Fanning's brother, Michael Shannon's son, and he was actually really good. That might have been his first movie. I don't know. He looked really young, so I'm assuming that he's like 14, 15. He was really, really good. And everyone's characters were fantastic, except Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning, she's a hit or miss for me. I think she did a great job with what she had, which wasn't a lot, but I'm happy with the amount of time she was in the movie, because it's not about her, it's about the boys in the family. And I like how it's divided into 3 chapters. The first one follows the father, the second one follows Nicholas Hoult, and then the third one follows the son. And their struggle with the water and everything in between. And it's just a great, great movie. It's a great story, it's a powerful story, and it's well made, and it's told well, and the writing is fantastic, and the dialogue and the script. And all the characters and all the acting really makes it possible. If it was bad acting, it would have been a really bad movie, I think. So the acting really stepped it up a notch. And it looked fantastic. All the shots were interesting, and the dirt bike that Nicholas Hoult has looks great in the desert, and just shots like that. And yeah, I mean, I was interested in everything that was happening, and I was interested in the ending and in the story, and the ending was absolutely perfect, and I actually had a little heart attack when it ended. There's a moment towards the end where I jumped a bit, but the ending, the way that, I guess the moment where it got to black, I was just done. That was perfect. I am happy it got there. I didn't want to see anything else, and I'm just satisfied with this movie, and I'm so glad I watched it, and I can't recommend it enough. Young Ones. The title does not make sense at all. I just realized that, but whatever. Don't watch it. Don't judge it for the title. Watch the trailer if you like what you see. It's basically what you get. The trailer is an accurate representation of the movie. So yeah, I loved it. Young Ones, Nicholas Hoult, Michael Shannon, Elle Fanning, everybody was fantastic, and it's just a great story all around. So yeah.